Right, so thinking about now the cover. So yeah, I was thinking this image. I might change the image, but for now, let's talk about text. I was going to do a salt and pepper. Let's talk about text thing. I just can't do it. But you know, imagine I had just done that. So yeah, at the moment, fonts and things. So yeah, at the moment, this one is Dunkel Sans version 0.7 condensed, and I kind of like the way you can basically, once you've got something highlight, you can fill it like that, or what I was doing was just having it see through. But that was kind of cool. But then we need to talk about fonts, the fonts. So let's whip that one out of the way for now. Let's whip this guy in. So I found this one on Adobe Fonts, which I'll show you in a minute. And yeah, Adobe Fonts is pretty cool. You just go there, you click activate on any fonts you pick, and boom, it's suddenly working across your Adobe Creative Suite. So it's working in InDesign and Photoshop. It's pretty spectacular. So yeah, there's that font, or where's the other one hidden? I've hidden it somewhere. This is fun, there it is. Or this one. So I don't know yet. I'm going to have to ask some people. I'm kind of going off that one now. Kind of like that one because it's so swirly, but you know what, maybe the bottom line is just the first one, I don't know. But anyway, fonts, yes. So let me just fire this up. So I'm going to go to Adobe Fonts. It's free if you have an Adobe subscription, and yeah, here we go, man. Here we go. So I could just pick, hey, this one looks pretty cool. So I'm going to click on this font. And I've got activate fonts here, gist up right. I've activated the fonts. And now hopefully, if I close that down, and you guys will get the gist. Hey, let's have a look. Gist, there you go, gist. Oh dear, that's quite something, isn't it? I don't know if I want that now. Regular gist. It's a big font. It's too big. It's not fitting. I'm going to reduce the font size. I'm just going to type 80 there. It's probably still too big. I love it. I love all this. There we go. Let's try 60 for now. This is going so well. That's what it's like all the time. There we go. We're missing any Bilderberg. Again, just playing around. I don't know. I don't think I like that. But yeah, that's the point. You can just literally open Adobe Fonts and yeah, just drop in a font and see if you like it or not. So yeah, so I'll be doing a little play around with this for quite a while. Yeah, I'm just thinking what fonts gonna work. Obviously, it's sometimes good to think about, what's your book about? What's the photo book about? And maybe there's a font that aligns with that. Also, be careful with your fonts. Some fonts come loaded with meaning. So they might all be attributed to something else that you're not aware of, like the Wild West or, the 1920s or whatever. And if that doesn't really fit, then yeah, that's not so good. So yeah, do keep that in mind. Yeah, which one? I was what was this on, 80? Oh, it's more than that, it was 110. So yeah, while we're on the subject of font size is really important. And it's more important when you're talking about the text in your book. Yeah, so to do text, I'm just going to click on the T here. I make a column for, and if you want to see it, you can press W. You can see what's going on here. Bit of a mess, isn't it? That's because I got those grids on still. So grids and guides, hide guides. There we go. So yeah, so that's what I'm working with to write text in. I saw someone clever, and again, there's more stuff on YouTube for people just doing sort of basic InDesign, whatever. But yeah, fill with placeholder text. There we go. So the common error again with lots of students or people making their first books or whatever is making the font too big. So even at the moment, this is Minion Pro, and at 12, I just think that's going to be too big. Like, I can hold up a zine of this size and I'll be able to see, man, it's huge. So let's just try 9. Let's try 9. Maybe it's a bit too small. I think in my last book, I was around, yeah, it might have been around 9, might have been 9.5. But trust me, if this is 190 mil by 230 mil, that's going to be big enough. So let's say you've got loads of text you're pasting in your essay. up here in the top left, it will show you the size of your text block. So at the moment, let's just do it by number. So let's make it 75 mil wide. It's done that. And let's just place it right in the middle. And we know from earlier, once you place it in the middle, you get a nice line. There we go. So that's happy with that. That's in the middle. There we go, that's better. I'm going to start pasting in loads of text, too much text for the thing. Now this is where it gets fun, guys. So see that little red like plus symbol? If I click on that and I just drag it and make a new text block, it fills it in for you. But the problem is obviously that isn't the same width as the one I just did. So I'll just go up here, I'll type 75, enter, and there we go. I'll put this back on again. I removed my grid, silly boy, but that's okay. I can just do it this way. It won't be perfect, but maybe I want to make the gaps equidistant. Obviously if I have my rulers on, I can be a bit more accurate, but yeah, there you go. So let's say you're having your essay somewhere in it. That's pretty cool. And obviously, yeah, another cool thing is that those text frames are connected. So if I just hit enter, see, it's moving the text down, and then I could put like essay, and maybe I make that more of the sort of thing there, essay, and it's just whatever it is, or I call it. Let's talk about text. Of course, it does that. There we go. I put that there, and that's an essay. But I'm not going to have like an essay in this little zine. But just if you're doing it, you could do it like that. But again, do consider your font size. And the safest way of doing this is once you've laid out your essay or text or captions, whatever text you're using in your zine or photo book, just print off a copy. Like, it doesn't have to be great paper on a photocopy or whatever, or on a home printer. Just print it off and just have a little look. See if that print is legible. See if it's okay, that size. But yeah. Well, that's it for text for now, but I am in the vortex of trying to think of a font for the cover. So that's where I'm at. So there we go, wish me luck.